Right now, all around us, a monumental struggle is unfolding. It's a quiet battle, but one that is absolutely reshaping our world. This isn't a conflict fought with armies in the traditional sense, but a clash of ideas, of values, really, of competing visions for our future. It's the conflict that's going to define the 21st century.
So that leads us to the big question, doesn't it? Which path are we going down? Will our future be built on open societies and individual freedoms, or will it be one of centralized control and the power of the state? The answer to that is being decided as we speak.
You know, for a little while there, after the Cold War ended, it really felt like democracy had won. There was this wave of optimism. But that feeling has faded. We are now, without a doubt, living through the return of a massive global ideological conflict. It's become a defining feature of our time.
And let's be clear, this isn't just about different styles of government. We're talking about a fundamental clash between two totally opposite ways of seeing the world. On one side, you have democracy, which is all about individual rights and open systems. And on the other, you've got autocracy, which puts state control and collective order first. This rivalry, it touches everything from global trade and technology all the way to our security.
And look, this isn't just some academic debate. The numbers don't lie. What we're seeing here is a real, measurable, and steady decline in democratic freedoms across the globe for the past 20 years. It's a trend people are calling a democratic recession, and it shows that the autocratic model is making real, tangible gains.
So who's leading this challenge? Well, the autocratic front is really spearheaded by two major global powers, Russia and China. And each one has its own unique playbook for pushing its vision of how the world should work.
And they're using a pretty sophisticated set of tools. Russia, for example, has turned disinformation into a weapon, using it to interfere in elections from the US to Europe, often with the threat of military force to back it up. China, on the other hand, is offering this alternative model of state-led capitalism, and it's exporting its incredibly powerful digital surveillance tech. Some even call it a techno-authoritarian model, to countries all across Asia, Africa, and Latin America.
But here's the thing. The challenge isn't just coming from the outside. A huge part of this story is about a crisis of confidence that's happening inside democratic nations themselves. If you look across many Western countries, you see this worrying trend. Trust in the core pillars of democracy, governments, elections, the media, it's falling. The rise of populism and this deep, bitter political polarization, it's weakening these societies from within, and that makes them much more vulnerable to all that external pressure we just talked about.
So, this is the really crucial point. While democracies are busy facing off against their adversaries abroad, their biggest weakness might be their inability to stand together to present a united front because of all the division and doubt they're dealing with at home.
Okay, so this whole ideological showdown, it's not happening in a vacuum. It's playing out in several key arenas across the globe, everywhere from the digital world to the developing world.
And technology, wow, that's become a central battleground. It's really a double-edged sword here. For autocracies, things like AI and mass surveillance are incredibly powerful weapons for social control. But for democracies, those same digital platforms can be tools for transparency, for organizing people, even as they are, ironically, super vulnerable to those very same disinformation campaigns.
Now, what about everyone else? Well, a lot of nations in the global south are deciding not to pick a side at all. Instead, they're playing it smart, taking a pragmatic approach. They'll work with whichever power, east or west, offers them the best deal for their economy and their security. And that's creating this really complex, multi-aligned world.
All of this competition is also fracturing the global economy. Democracies are now actively trying to rely less on autocratic states. They're moving their supply chains to allied nations, a strategy people are calling friendshoring. And in response, you've got autocratic powers building their own parallel economic and financial systems, trying to create a world that's less influenced by the West.
So when you put all of this together, it's pretty clear we're standing at a critical moment in history. The choices being made right now in tech, in economics, in diplomacy, they're going to set the stage for the global order for generations to come.
So we're really looking at two possible futures. Is our world going to keep fracturing into these competing, hostile camps, leading to more and more instability? Or will democracies manage to find a new sense of purpose, to strengthen their own systems, and prove that their model is actually the more resilient and adaptable one in the long run?
Look, nobody knows for sure how this is all going to play out. The outcome is anything but certain. But as this contest for influence, for values, and for power keeps intensifying,
One thing is crystal clear. The stakes for the future of our world have never been higher. What we're watching is nothing less than the battle for the 21st century.
At Geotectonics, our mission is to uncover these profound tectonic shifts, offering clarity in a world of complexity. If this analysis deepened your understanding, please like this video to support our work, share it with others who seek real insight, and subscribe to Geotectonics to ensure you never miss our next deep dive. We'll continue to explore the crucial geopolitical movements that define our time. Thank you for joining us.